Home Depot $43,000 home? Hey guys, you saw that viral video of Shaq buying a family all sorts of appliances at Home Depot, right? Yeah, free price for Home Depot, I would say. But hey, what I really want to talk about is that Home Depot below $50,000 house. Can you believe it? Here's the virtual tour on this thing. Okay. Not bad for less than $50,000. Sliding glass doors. Okay, looks like you walk right into the living room. Okay. Decent finishes, nice bathroom. Modern looking. That's pretty modern. Nice bedroom. Okay. Then you've got, so it's 2 stories here. You got a spiral staircase overlooking a very nice rooftop deck. Looks like you got an outdoor barbecue station, another restroom upstairs in this outdoor section of the house, patio section. For less than 50 grand, I'd probably buy that house. But notice how there's an extra wide camera angle, which creates a little bit of a distortion effect on the edges. So this makes the space stretch out and look a little bit bigger. Just one of the things that I'm questioning about this particular Home Depot access dwelling unit or ADU, because I've been fielding a lot of questions about this one. And I figured I'd make a video about it, especially since mainstream media and other YouTube channels seems to be pretty much just hyping it up without really looking into the hidden financial downsides that people, or maybe it's the best deal since sliced bread, who knows. But let's take a closer look at the Getaway Pad, a charming 540 square foot 1-bedroom ADU with a rooftop deck that Home Depot markets as a tiny home steel frame building kit. Now, while the promotional video may portray it as a cozy and complete home, we also need to balance it out with actual reality. You see, Home Depot offers this sleek, modern, tiny home frame for under $50,000. But here's the catch. So the price tag only covers the steel structure and the assembly parts. Now, to make it move-in ready, you're gonna have to shell out thousands more dollars for doors, for windows, electrical plumbing, and any other kind of essential details. And of course, don't forget that fancy deck that they're featuring is actually an additional upgrade option, according to their website. Plus all of the other hidden costs that may, come up during this build process. Now, the price tag can range anywhere from $30,000 all the way up to a staggering $300,000. So yeah, it definitely is a good idea in theory, but really you got to consider all these other factors. Now, in this video, we're going to uncover some of the other under the radar costs associated with ADU projects, just to make sure that you're well informed if you guys are considering the possibility of a granny flat. Yeah, that's what some people call them in the future. And make sure to stick around to the end because we're also going to look through Home Depot's recent stock performance. Now, surprisingly, they're doing well, unlike some of their competitors like Lowe's and even Amazon. And I'll even share some insights on corporate layoffs at their Atlanta offices. So trust me, you don't want to miss out on this Home Depot deep dive. Now, let's go ahead and get started. And by the way, if you already own a home, make sure to get your free home warranty quote. There's a link in the description down below this video. Now, first of all, guys, my respect to anybody who has the drive to build their home or remodel for that matter. I think it's pretty awesome. Now, with that being said, we're going to take a look at Home Depot and their pretty enticing accessory dwelling units or ADUs. So their main one is their Getaway Pad. It's a charming 540 square foot 1-bedroom ADU with a rooftop deck, marketed as a tiny home steel frame building. You saw the promotional video. Definitely looks like a cozy and complete home. Now, the Getaway Pad kit only includes the steel structure and necessary components of assembly. Basically, it's kind of a shell. No walls are provided, which means you'll need to invest additional time, effort, and money to complete it. I mean, it's a good start, but really, there's a little bit of a discrepancy between the marketed image and the actual product is, I just want you guys to be aware. Constructing a flat or garage apartment really isn't the most affordable thing to do in some cases. Now, technically, an ADU is defined as a home with its own full kitchen and bathroom, as opposed to an in-home room for rent with shared amenities, for example. The construction costs for an ADU, they can vary based on a long list of factors, including where in the country you happen to be building it, whether you're renovating an existing structure, or just starting from scratch. Now, overall, price tag, it can range anywhere from $30,000 to well over $300,000. So yeah, it can get a little pricey, depends on how you build it, where you build it, and whatnot. But there's also some hidden expenses to be aware of whenever you're trying out an ADU construction. So last year we worked with a local contractor. They ended up building an 850 square foot warehouse, which is about 17 feet tall, with an option for a second floor for one of my clients. $60,000 included services for permitting, concrete slab, and installation. Now, in addition to that, they paid $4,000 for site preparation, tree cutting, and also stump removal. And not to mention $5,000 for gravel and driveway work. They didn't want to park in the mud. Now, the whole thing was just the erected shell with an insulated roof. After they left, I had to get another guy guy to put in electrical panels. You see, a 100 amp panel is fairly standard for most older homes, but in most cases, a 200 amp panel is needed when you construct an ADU in order to pull electricity or enough electricity to be able to run 2 washing machines, 2 refrigerators, and more. Now, the cost of upgrading your electrical panel will likely be a few $1,000s. Now, I also had them construct a 200 square foot insulated box inside of that space, maybe about $2,000 or so for that. And so that enabled us to be able to, have a small, heated, comfortable workspace in the wintertime. And they don't have to heat that whole place. So I feel like I got a little bit more value by working with my contractor on that particular deal. So first, there's site work. So even before you build the thing, you got to make sure that you can actually build it. Getting your property ready for an ADU is another cost that many homeowners might not necessarily anticipate. Permits alone can range anywhere from $450 to $14,000 with a conservative estimate of about $7,000. Now, as one real estate expert pointed out, depending upon what the property looks like, you might need to do a significant amount of site work. You might need to remove a tree, maybe many trees, or even level a sloped backyard, and grading is pretty freaking expensive if you've ever had to get a bulldozer involved. Now, once the site is ready and you have the initial shell put up, Home Depot offers different finishes such as doors, windows, electrical, plumbing, and finishes to help you complete your ADU. But it's important to consider the additional costs involved. So plumbing costs approximately $5,000, specialized drywall for the bathroom, it adds about $30. And sewer and water connections can easily reach $5,000 each. Wiring the new construction may cost around $5,000, while insulating using spray foam could set you back about $2,500. And let's not forget about the flooring and the paint, which adds to the expenses. All in all, that initial $50,000 price tag should realistically probably be somewhere around $85,000 ballpark by the time you're all said and done. So, do you want the top of the line kitchen appliances and custom tile? Or will it be outfitted with, just off the rack basic options from big box stores like IKEA or the Home Depot? I would say think about how you intend to use the ADU. Like, in other words, if you're going to be living in the unit yourself one day, well, that's one way of looking at it. Or you got to think about it, will it always be a rental? Now, if it's a rental, you might want to just kind of look at the finishes that are durable and fairly inexpensive that'll hold up just for having renters in that unit. Timeline wise, you're probably looking at anywhere from 9 to 12 months from start to finish. It's not like a kitchen remodel. You'll need to do review designs, meet with contractors, review bids, select finishes, and more. It takes time to plan and manage construction, which can impact how soon you may be making any kind of money back on your investment if it's creating a rental. Now, I'm not discouraging you guys from pursuing this at all. No, not at all. In fact, I really just want to help to kind of balance out the views on this topic. We're all about financial freedom and financial education here on the channel. So before being swayed or lured by, a cozy budget-friendly ADU, just take a step back, crunch the numbers, evaluate the full cost of the project, and make sure it still makes sense for you. That way you can make an informed decision and avoid any kind of unexpected financial strains. I mean, there is definitely demand for ADUs, especially in the regions of the US that have been witnessing the most growth, such as the Sun Belt states of California, Florida, Texas, and Georgia, which accounts for half of the 1.4 million ADUs identified by Freddie Mac's study. Meanwhile, you got Portland, Dallas, Seattle, Los Angeles, and Miami. They are the fastest growing metro areas. Some are seeing double-digit growth at ADUs since 2015. These projects definitely have their benefits. Top of the list is the potential to generate a lucrative income stream. According to the expert, quote, "A lot of people have sticker shock when they see that it's going to cost $200,000, but when you look at that monthly loan payment on that amount, it would be about $800, end quote. Now, obviously, this depends on how much your interest rate is, how long you finance the thing for, your mortgage terms. But meanwhile, rental rates in some areas have shot up pretty significantly, like in California, where over the past decade, they've increased rents by 65%. A 550 square foot ADU can rent for $1,300 or more in the Golden State. Now, when you do the math, it's pretty clear that you're coming out ahead financially. So this deal that Home Depot's offering, it may actually be a pretty sweet deal. And as an added bonus, your property will be much more valuable overall. So what do you guys think on that? Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. Do your own homework, do your own research. This is not financial advice. All right, now with all that being said, look at their recent stock performance. Home Depot, they didn't escape unscathed from the recent session. Their shares slipped by a little bit, 0.54% to $300 per share. The S&P 500 index and the Dow Jones Industrial Average also took a little bit of a hit, falling 0.37% and 0.32% respectively, but Home Depot closed $46.87 below its highest point in the last 52 weeks, which it reached back on December 13th. But here's a silver lining. Despite the losses, Home Depot actually performed better than some of their competitors. Amazon saw a 1.27% decline to $125.49. Walmart, they fell by 1.39% to $155, and Lowe's took a 0.85% dip. Their stock is now sitting at $217 a share. Now, of course, you might be thinking, well, where can I buy these great stocks, right? Well, of course, find your favorite online brokerage platform and, you can go from there. M1 Finance, Fidelity, E-Trade, Charles Schwab, Merrill Lynch, JP Morgan Chase. There's tons of them out there. Pick your favorite. Plus, there's the news that Home Depot is going through what they're calling a very small number of corporate layoffs. Several employees of the Home Depot Atlanta's corporate office have already been let go, with the company confirming a very small number of layoffs. Now, they're still not giving the precise number, but a company source said that less than 1% of the staff was impacted. Home Depot has around 500,000 employees, so what's that, about 5,000 people or less? Yeah, it's a mixed bag about Home Depot, but it definitely helps to hear both sides of the headlines, right? Me personally, I am still a big fan of Home Depot. Home Depot has been a very solid company for a long period of time, and I think they're still worth a good look. But let me know if you guys are still interested in more about Home Depot news, guys. And if you have any insider information on any company for that matter, I'm all ears, and our comment section is always wide open. Now, we can even talk stocks if you guys want. Just keep dropping those questions and comments down below. I always love hearing from you guys, especially when I'm planning the next videos. Now, speaking of, have you guys subscribed to the channel yet? I have a lot of people hitting me up saying, Ron, I was unexpectedly unsubscribed from your channel. I don't know what happened. Hey guys, I don't know what's happening either. I don't know why so many people are getting unsubscribed from the channel. So if you think you're subscribed, you might want to double check because you might not be. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Make sure your notification bells are turned on. But anyway, that is all for now. This is your Home Depot update and daily news report. The real deal with the Home Depot $43,000 home, the upside and the downside, plus some insights into the company and their stock performance. Really hope that you guys got something out of today's video. And if you did, again, drop your boy a like and check out these videos here and here. Click on those now and check them out. Thanks again for watching. Thank you for always hitting the like button. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.